0 to 128 of 8 kilohertz and 0 to 256 of 16 kilohertz. So for the once the energy computation is over, we need to move on to the feature vector. For computing feature vector, actually we need to calculate the log of S of m. That means whatever the energy value we calculated using the two max has to compute with the log of x. But for the second summation, that means second Mach, if you observe, it will actually has 12 into 20, 240 cycles. But this 240 cycles, again, as per the DI structure, if you follow, it will be divided into 4 stages and with 12 clock cycles itself. So with 12 clock cycle and the latency of 4, so at last, after 16 clock cycle, we can, after 20 clock cycle, we can reach the 4th stage. So this log of S of m can easily calculated. So to calculate this log of S of m, we no need of 2 Machs again. So a single Mach with multiple clock, we can reuse it. Since we have more number of clock available between the previous S of n and C of n calculation. So the log computation will it will be explained previously with the hybrid log table in the previous section. We'll just go to the overview of it. So whenever data is there, this data bits will divide it into 3 different categories of overlapping data. So B1 to Bn, whatever the data is there, we'll group the first x variable as B1 to Br, and the second y will be 0 to padded zeros along with Br plus 1 to Bs. And then the third variable is padded zeros along with Bs plus 1 and Bn. So in this case, if you observe, the Bx and Z has an overlap and Y doesn't has an overlap. So the X1 table, that means the 2 subtables of X1 and X2 has n bit and n plus R minus S bits. So if actually what it's doing in the sense, this is actually dot B1, B2, B3 is nothing but 0.11 or 10 something binary value. This binary value, if we convert, that means if you want to take it as a log, we can say it's log of 0.1111, it's something exactly equal to log of 1 divided by 2 to the power minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by 2 to the power minus 3 and so on. So if log of x into y is equal to log of x plus log of y, so this will be the 3 tables, whatever we have, log of x1 plus log of, that means log of x plus log of y plus log of z. When we check the bits bs to bs, br plus 1 to bs is redundant bits. So this intersection we need to remove it, which is represented in the capital F of x of equal to g of small f of x comma x1 and plus g of f of x comma x2 minus g of f of x in x1 intersection x2. So this x1 intersection x2 is nothing but the overlapping bits of s r plus 1 to s. So after removing all these things, we will have 3 partial products for addition. So if we add all these partial products, we can able to get the log values. So for this, what actually we are doing in the sense, this x1 table and x2 table, we are storing as it is as per the address. That means if B1 to Bs is 0002 1111. So for the 000, what is the log value? It will be stored in the 0th location. And for the 1111, what is the log value? It will be stored in the last 111 location. So after subtracting the x1 table, the x2 table with the x1 intersection x2 table, we will get a less number of values, which is a new x2 table. So this new x2 table again will stored as per the address which is present in the bit. So at last, the total log of S of m will be calculated based on the lookup with the S of m bits. So the S of m bits will be divided into two different groups. For the first group of x1 table address, the second group of x1 intersection new x2 table, which is actually x2 minus x1 intersection x2 table. So once the log computation is finished for the coefficients, once the log computation is finished for the coefficient, then we need to compute for the cost computation. The cost values are stored again in the RAM. So when we store the cost values, again it will be a 240 values, and each summation, that means each operation we need to compute for the 20 clock cycle. So 20 clock cycle and 12 continuous subframe for the MFCC continuation, MFCC feature vectors. So each value has to be followed for the 20, and this 20 has to compute for the 12, in the sense 240 clock cycles are required. Instead of that, if you follow the same DIT structure for computing this, it will end up with a 20 clock cycle at last. So at last, the architecture for the version 2, based on the previous discussion and what are the elements we have, everything, it is mentioned here. So the first, the right hand side, windowing and framing, is receiving the speech samples from the ADC. So once the ADC received, we are showing only the RAM 1 to RAM 8 of 16 x 64. Actually, the 16 x 64 has a 32 x 8 RAMs inside it. So the 16 x 64 is constructed based on the 32 x 8 available SCL tiles. After this, the above two, that means RAM 1, RAM 2, RAM 3, RAM 4 for odd frame, and RAM 5, RAM 6, RAM 7, RAM 8 for even frames. So whenever we process odd frame, the even frame will start storing. Whenever we process for the even frame, in the odd memory, samples will start storing. So once the samples are stored, when we start reading the samples, whatever the sample we are reading for the 4 samples per clock, it will be given to the FFT computation. So two subframe FFT computation, FFT 16 computation will happen in the stage 1 FFT. So once the stage 1 FFT is completed, from the twiddle factor memory, we'll read 2 twiddle factors for the multiplication. We'll read 4 twiddle factors for the multiplication, and this value will be multiplied with the stage 1 FFT, and it will be stored in the FFT stage 1 coefficient RAM, which has RAM 13, RAM 14, RAM 15, and RAM 16. So once the FFT stage 1 is completed, then it will go for the stage 2 FFT 16. Stage 2 FFT 16, again, it has to complete with the 64 clock cycle. As per the previous discussion, here also we are using. If you observe the input RAM and the stage 1 FFT RAM, it is half of the RAM. That means here we have 8. For the FFT stage 1, we have only 4. Since for the input, we have an overlap between the frames. So we need actually another set of even and odd frames memories. But for the FFT, we didn't have the overlap. Since we are reading the frame by frame data without any overlap, so each 64 clock cycle or each 80 clock cycle, one frame will be there. So one complete frame will be written in the 256 memory location. So before the second frame comes, that means within that extra 16 clock cycle, after the 64 clock cycle, we can able to free some of the space in the RAM. So once we free up, how the structure will go in the sense, so the FFT coefficient 0 to 127 and 128 to 255. One second, give fast.